What's good, everybody? This your girl China White, and you just entered the Lion's Den with your girl China White. Grab your drinks and let baby girl light your cigar. See, you are in for one hell of a night with your girl China White. So, give me 1 second, y'all. Hold up. So, I'm on the patio. I'm on the patio right now. So, let's get into this. It's been a minute. I'm sorry. YouTube had me on lock for a week, so I couldn't do nothing. They fucked around when I put a title up called Pussy is Your Prize. I was gonna break that shit down. How men make pussy the prize now, right? And they took that shit down, so I guess you can't. I don't know. I don't know. YouTube be tripping on me. So I gotta be careful with my titles. So today we're gonna be talking about the good girl, the bad girl, and the hoe. So like, can y'all do y'all know how to read a person? Do y'all understand, the women that y'all deal with? What blocks you from actually seeing the woman for who she truly is? It could be your lust, it can be your desires, and it's your fantasies. That actually block you from, you know, listening, responding, and acting upon with the woman because a lot of you men, y'all deal with women and y'all respond to her based on your fantasy, your lust, which leads to love. But what separate the woman that you deal with from the common whore is that modern whores, modern women, whatever you want to call it, they're fine with saying who they truly is. They don't have anything to hide. What blinds men, a lot of men, with the girl that put on the good girl act, and I can say that the good girl act. We'll touch on that, but let's talk about the whole. The whole. What blinds a lot of men from the women they deal with is because of your love for her. When you have love for a woman, you're blind. You become blind to her flaws too. That's what actually blinds you from a hoe. A hoe is not for every man. The hoe actually serve a purpose. She's not all bad. Let's just say this. The hoe is not bad. You're the bad one. Because you thought you could deal with the hoe. That's the problem. Think about it. If you a square or a green dude or a dude that really don't understand women, you think that your lust will outsmart the hoe. The hoe deal with many different men. I broke down the hoe and the slut. Go back and listen to my content. What's good, fam? I see y'all in here. Make sure y'all hit that motherfucking like button. I broke down the hoe and the slut. I don't want to keep repeating myself, having circular conversations, but I do sometimes. I repeat myself because I have to point things out for you. The whole serve a purpose. The whole is not bad. See, you're bad. You are the bad one because number one, you cannot identify that you're dealing with a hoe. Number two, you're blinded by your own thirst, lust, and love for her. She's doing what she's been designed to do. She's basically doing, she's screwing you. So however she's screwing you, if she's screwing you in your pockets and she's screwing you and she's fucking you and she's sucking you, yeah, she's designed to do that. If she sleep with other men, she's okay with that. She's fine with that. The whole make you uncomfortable because instead of you analyzing her and acknowledging that okay, she's a hoe, putting her in that right perspective, you refuse to do that. And you are offended by she's doing exactly what she wants to do. That offends you as a man. Why does the hoe offend you? I'm offended that you are offended by the hoe. I'm offended by that. I'm offended that you are offended by the hoe. Because you be the same fucking nigga to destroy your fucking life and destroy other people's life around you for that hoe. You'll be the same nigga to get a hoe your last name. You'll be the same nigga crying about the hoe. I'm offended that you are offended by the way she lived her fucking life. See, I understand them because I'm a woman. But you being a man that has a following in a flock, your flock is your children. Your following is your grandchildren, your legacy. You will put her in a position that's not hers. I'm offended. That's why a lot of men, when you see, and that's why you can't help everybody. You can't help your brother. You can't help your friends. You can't help your uncle. You can't help your daddy. You can't help the brother you grew up with when it comes to these goddamn hoes. They belong to the game. Sorry, they do. They belong to the game. And it hurts you for him to go through what he's going through with that hoe. And instead of him understanding that she's a hoe, he's offended because she's not following him when she wasn't designed to do that. Do you understand? That's going to take all of the frustration away from you as a man when understanding that she's a hoe because now you have the understanding. It's not hard. That's not hard. That is not hard. And it will take away the anger that you have and the frustration. You know why a lot of men are angry at hoes? Because they marry hoes. They fell in love with hoes and hoes hurt them. And then when they see the characteristic of a hoe, it fuels the fire instead of them understanding that she's only here to swallow your motherfucking nut and to have a good time with. That's it. But you took the bait or they took the bait and now they're angered by the whore when the whore is only here to be played with, to be rubbed on and sucked on and be dogged the fuck out. They don't give a fuck. That's why players, pimps, max, they don't get frustrated when it comes to the hoes unless they trying to check a hoe, put a hoe back in her place, put a bitch in line. But they're never angered by a hoe choosing another nigga because she's a hoe. It was never his. You was never my woman. I never invested. If anything, you invested in me. So I didn't take a loss. Do you get what I mean? So it would be never be frustration or anger when it comes to the hoe. If you see a sister a hoe, you go back, look back, your mama was a hoe, you know, your daughter's a hoe, your auntie's a hoe, your neighbor's a hoe, the hoes at your job, hoes at the gym. It's easy for you to understand and recognize who the hoe is. You don't take them serious. Get what I mean? So when we talk about the good girl is all it is something that we portray because we're not allowed to be who we want to be in society. So we have to say, I'm a good girl. We have to do that because men, in their mind, a good woman is a good girl. And the good girl image is whatever the fuck you desire in a good girl. So she has to play that facade that I'm a good girl. I do what daddy tells me. I fall in line, whatever you desire. That type of shit. Because in your mind, what makes a good girl is what, could be movies, could be shit you seen. That makes a good girl to you. So when you're dealing with bitches and they're trying to portray this good girl, it's everything that you measure up a woman should be. I mean, you got to look at women. Women have a dark side. All women do. All women do. There is no good girl, but there is a good girl facade that we put on. That's that facade. I have a good girl facade. I do. I fall in line because it's kind of like when a woman is dealing with a man that she likes, she begins to start doing the things that he like. And to him, that's a good girl. A hoe can be a good girl to her pimp, to her daddy, to you know what I mean? Or what we saying here? If the pimp want her to measure up to what he want in that hoe, she gonna do it. She gonna do it. That's why I don't respect marriages. Somebody to hoe and somebody to pimp. I'm just saying, somebody's getting played, you know? And the bad girl lives in all women. That feistiness lives in all women. What I say, what I tell you niggas, when you stop taking women serious, you will find the joy in them. It's like Jeezy taking the jump off serious, putting the jump off in a position. So the jump off appeal to white America. What is she, Asian? Asians, white America, now black America. He put her in position. He took the jump off too serious. You have to find what please you about women or bring you joy about women and you deal with them from that position to keep the dynamic and the power to keep the ball in your court. But you don't. When you give all, when you invade her space, you think it's gonna be happily ever after. No the fuck it's not. No the fuck it's not. Because you a man, men need their space too. That's why some men they marry and they keep their apartment. Some men they move in with a chick but they have their own room downstairs. A man cave. Man need his own space. you know? It ain't like back in the days we seen our grandfather, our mother and our father. When a woman begins to live with a man, she begins to adapt to him. Women don't really do that no more. If anything, you niggas adapt to the bitch. You know? You adapt to her. That's the new age. And then the thing is, you measure yourself up to the men that she wants. Whether she good, bad, or a hoe. Hoe have standards too. Hoe don't fuck every nigga. The slut would. The slut, there is no shame in her game. The hoe, she pick and choose who she wanna fuck. So that's why your wife could be a hoe. Your girlfriend could be a hoe. The bitch you dating could be a hoe. Any woman. Stop viewing women like they're your equal. Stop doing that. Let them have their own ideas. Let them have their own identity. Give them their space. It shouldn't matter to you what the fuck they're doing. So the good girl, that facade that she put on for you, is just to camouflage herself so you can become familiar with her. A bitch will begin to mirror you. You be, oh my God, I met a good girl. I met this amazing woman. All you niggas, I met this amazing chick. Yeah, she mirroring you. Then they call it a mask. I feel like everybody wear a mask. Let's just keep it a buck. Everybody wear a fucking mask. It's kind of like for a job interview. You're not gonna tell your boss that, you know what I mean. You don't. You can give two shits about clocking in to work. You ain't gonna ever tell your boss that shit. You ain't gonna tell your pastor that you was just at the Drake concert having a threesome. You laying over with random bitches on your fucking wife. No, you put on a fucking mask. Everybody does that. You go to your kid's school, you gonna act like you on your best behavior. Like you punish your kid, you help your kid with their homework. When a lot of you niggas probably work, y'all don't have time. Just like a bitch. Everybody wears a fucking mask. Everybody does. But the thing is she's coming into your kingdom. So your mask doesn't matter because it's you. You're selfish with you. You control you. You can't control her. That's where stress come into play. That's when you begin to worry, and that's when you begin to chase, and that's when you begin to be hooked on the bitch because you try to control the shit that you can't control. You get what I'm saying? That bad girl shit. It's just some bitches are brave to tell you straight up. I don't give a fuck about marriage. Some bitches will say, you know, I don't care about having a threesome. You know, I never had a threesome. I'll do one with you. I don't give a fuck. Like, bitch, some bitches are brave. Some women are not. They all, we all have a dark side. All women, they do. But what makes a woman your woman is her sacrifice. I got a live stream called Sacrifice the Sacrifice. That's what separate the whole, the the good bitch and the the bad girl. The bad girl, the good girl, and the hoe. It separates all of them. Cause let's think about this. Some of you niggas got wives that won't sacrifice shit, but you got a pimp somewhere in California that got a whole sacrificing her motherfucking existence for him, and he ain't married to her. She'll make money. She'll build with him. She'll give to him. She'll serve him. She'll submit to him. And you can't get that out of your girlfriend or your bitch. You tell me who's worthy to be around you. You can't judge that hoe on how she decides to sacrifice for that man because he may require his hoes to do that. And he got him doing that. But you got a living hoe, a good hoe, a bad girl, and you won't get none of that shit from her but some dry ass fucking steak and some motherfucking dry ass 5 minute, 2 minute pussy. Some baby ass goddamn head. Let's keep this shit a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. The square man thinks that his standards is better than the pimp or the player or the pookie or the ray ray because he got himself a good girl that's playing his ass. He has to meet her standards and he has to keep her. But the Mac, the player, the pimp, the pookie, the ray ray, the thuggo, him, he get all of that. And she don't require shit from him. But him. But his soul and his body. But his energy. But his presence. Do you get what I'm fucking telling you? Do you understand that shit? Like, you gotta change your fucking mindset. That I've been saying all that fucking bullshit ass content y'all niggas be hearing was to build more simps and to build more betas. Cause the content creator beta as fuck, and he's a fucking simp, and he's a fucking square. You just exchanged the hoe for a male content creator. Period. That's what a lot of niggas do. You know what I mean? It's just that fucking simple. And if you decide, you should never have to ask yourself the question on whether or not your girl's a hoe. For you to even think that shit she is. That shit should it would never cross your mind. If that shit cross your mind, it's kind of like you think of somebody stealing from you. Why would you think that? What are the clues of somebody stealing from you? Ask yourself that fucking question. What are the signs of a motherfucker stealing from you? What are the signs that your kids are staying up late at night? What are the signs that your ass got fucking roaches? Or your ass got motherfucking rats? What are those signs? What are the signs somebody's breaking into your motherfucking house? So when it comes to a bitch that you with, living with, dealing with, you already know she a hoe. You just want somebody to confirm it for you. And a lot of you niggas, y'all really don't want the truth. Let's keep it a buck. You don't want the bitch that you in love with or you care about to be a hoe or to know that she's not this good girl fucking image that you put her in. You put her in this box. You put her on this perfect pedestal and you don't want nobody to pull it down because that bitch shape your reality. You know what I mean? It's sad, but it's true. You know, we listen to the good girl content, and then you hear the type of shit they say, oh, she's a good girl if she go to church, if she wear a long skirt, if she did like nigga, she doing that shit to show you that that's easy. A prostitute can wear a long skirt. A prostitute can talk nicely. Like, come on, huh? What we saying? Oh, she's a bad girl if she's bold. So you will label her a bad girl for telling you who the fuck she truly is? I thought y'all niggas want that shit. Oh, I get it. You don't actually want that because you're gonna label her as being the bad girl because she's keeping it a buck with you, right? Something you niggas said y'all don't do, but you doing it. You put that label on her, but you okay with the girl that's pretending to be something she's not. Come on now, nigga. A lot of you niggas just want to be fucked. That's why you gotta listen. I listen to every fucking thing, and I break every fucking thing down. Everything I listen to, I break it down. I have no choice. A motherfucker tell you, well, you know, she's a hoe if her pussy is not tight. She's a hoe if, that's all lame. We done been there, done that. We done talked about this shit. We done been there, done that. It's the character of that person. And if you possess the energy when you have wisdom and you're wise, you can just listen to a person and read them like a book. It don't even take all that shit. It don't. It's being conscious, aware, and wise. When you're conscious of your surroundings, when you are aware of your surroundings, and when you are wise, when you begin to understand everything, you can't hate on shit. You can't stress on everything. It ain't your fucking job. That's not my job. That's why I tell niggas I don't give a fuck where the fuck you put your dick. that don't I am not that bitch. I'm not her. That would never be me. No. I can give two fucks because I can't change it. But I can give you this motherfucking game. And you do with this information however the fuck you see fit. Nigga, you pay for this shit. So I'm giving it to you. Do you want it or not? Do you want it or not? I'm giving you the ball. What you gonna do? You gonna take a shot or what? Or you just gonna hold it? Let's have to keep it a buck. What you gonna do with it? And then you will notice that you outgrown even my content. You will outgrow a lot of things because there's only so much I can tell you fucking niggas. It's only so much. It take experience. It take you taking accountability, and it take you being aware, and it take you being conscious, and it take you being wise to understand this shit. That's that. That's that back in the days conversation type of talk that you get from your elders, or you get from your mother, or you get from somebody that gives a fuck about you. You ain't gonna get that basic shit. You gonna get some shit that's gonna change your make your ass sit back and think about some shit. That type of shit. So I love y'all. I'll be on later on tonight. This your girl, China White. I love y'all. Peace. Bye y'all.